Yep. All right, it's good. All right, take 2 on the bush hogging. They just don't make tractors like that anymore. All right, we are off to the field. Woo! Summer has come back angry. Look at this, just from greasing the tractor, changing a blade and fueling it up. But as much as I'm so tired of hot, sweaty weather, we really do need it right now. And we need it for our cotton crop. With the awesome cotton crop we need all the heat units we can get to get it to mature out as quickly as possible and get it to open up, because any additional day of growing we get right now could mean an extra 3 days come October when it gets cold and damp. Here's one of my cotton crops, should be one of the earliest varieties, and look, I mean, it's still green as a gourd. It is opening up some out there, but it's the longer it stays green, I mean, the more yield we're going to have. But on the flip side, all that potential yield ain't going to do us a dang bit of good if we can't get it opened up and get it picked in a timely manner. And I mean, here it is, we're past the middle of September. I mean, the growing season needs to stop, and we need to get stuff ready for harvest. We don't need to start picking cotton October 20th, especially with our labor situation. So kind of a two-edged sword. Good cotton and great yield, but at some point you got to call it quits. And I'm going to show you here a field coming up that these guys don't practice soil health, and I mean, their cotton looks great, don't get me wrong, but it's a whole lot farther along than mine. I don't know what the yield potential is, but it looks good. Now look at that cotton crop. I mean, heck, it looks like it's already had the first shot of defoliation on it. At the very least, it's definitely ready to be defoliated now, where they can go ahead and get it out. Now, is their yield potential going to be the same as mine? I mean, I don't have any idea. I do like my yield potential, but at the same time, it needs to go ahead and hurry up and mature out where we can defoliate it and harvest it.
Well, top of the morning to ya. Actually, it's about 10:35. I will be your driver for today. I gotta take my seatbelt off. So Matt planted yesterday after we got back from church. I'm planting today. I know. And he is gonna start bush hogging. He had to fix the bush hog, and then we had to fix the drill he broke. Okay, I'm on it. I gotta get out and fix that in a second. I got stuff hanging down. Always climbing in and out of crap. Ugh. That's not supposed to be like that. That's supposed to be like, you know, up on her. Like that. Yeah. You ride comfortably, okay? Stop hanging down. What the heck? I swear if it's not broke, it ain't on this farm. It's pretty much how life is these days. Yeah, I don't know about that situation. Matt Griggs, that might be a problem. Well, we'll deal with that later. Yeah, that might be a problem as to why I don't have. I'll check that later. I ain't got time for it right now. Like I was saying, I'm gonna be your drill tour guide today. Tomorrow, and why am I so high up at, what does he want his freaking head to hit the seat? What the heck? I mean, I like an air ride seat, but God bless. Don't you hate it when like you get your car just right and you got your seat right and your steering wheel right, and then somebody else drives it, then you get in it and you're like, that's exactly how this is. Like, the steering wheel was in my chest, and can't have that. And yeah, I can't have that. So anyways, I'll be in here for the next however many days it takes to get this done. Matt swears he's gonna swap out with me at a certain time just because my back is so bad. I really thought I was supposed to go to physical therapy today, and I called him and I was like, oh my God, I totally forgot, I'm sorry. And they're like, you're not supposed to be here till tomorrow. Well, I kind of lost track on days since you work all the time. And now that Carter's not in school, I really don't know what day it is. So, yeah. We're gonna go drill some cover crops today.
But with these temperatures we're going to have this week, with highs close to 100 and lows in the mid 70s, we should rack up the DD60s real quick, a whole lot quicker than what we were last week, which is going to speed up maturity, which is exactly what we need. So much as I don't like it, it's what we need to get maximum yield and maximum earliness on our cotton crop. So hopefully after this week I'll be able to start having a conversation with my cotton scout about potential timings of defoliation, so we can start getting that big cotton crop in the module. Alright guys, I got a couple things I want to address. Hopefully you can hear me. It's pretty loud in this old tractor. I'll start off with the good and then get to the bad here in a few minutes. Apparently today we crossed a milestone with our channel. Been looking forward to a long time. 20,000 subscribers. Apparently a lot of you guys like corn harvesting videos about drought stressed corn, because the last two videos I put out have done exceptionally well and put me over the 20,000 subscriber mark. So first off, I just want to say, guys, thank you from the bottom of my heart. All the support y'all give to the channel, you know, reliably watching most, if not all, of our videos. You know, I've gotten to where I really enjoy, you know, being able to do this, to put this kind of content out here. I think I've got some of the best viewers of any YouTube platform out there. I got the type of viewers that I'm looking for. You know, I've got viewers that aren't necessarily looking to be entertained, but they're looking to learn about agriculture and, you know, how we farm, and just following us on the journey of becoming better farmers, better advocates for agriculture, and everything that goes along with what we're passionate about. But you know, just some of the comments on these videos that I've gotten from a lot of viewers saying how much they appreciate, you know, the information that I provide, how maybe potentially I said something relevant to their lives right then that helped them get through a tough time, you know, by documenting what we're experiencing, the problems and stuff we go through. You know, those kinds of comments really hit home with me and Kelly. And guys, I just want to tell you how much we appreciate it. I can't express it enough. So even though we're kind of in some turmoil on our farm with the labor situation right now and can't really dedicate as much time as I'd like to YouTube, you know, I appreciate you bearing with us. We don't have any plans on, you know, giving it up just yet. I'm still real passionate about putting videos out there, about showcasing our farm and what we do, and helping either you as farmers or producers or just the general public, helping you understand, you know, what goes into running a successful farm. So guys, thank you. Man, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you. Now on to my second point, and it ain't quite so rosy. Yeah, I mentioned earlier in this video, I believe, about how got some problems with the semi-truck and the service truck. You know, just some minor problems, nothing major, but I simply don't have the time to fix it myself right now. Got soybean harvest coming up, we got all these cover crops to plant, got this bush hogging to do just to try and keep us on track. So in situations like that, I don't mind paying to have something worked on. If it's off season, it'd be a different story. Anyway, Kelly and I dropped off the semi-truck at the international dealership this morning. Always had great service out of them, and have no reason to believe that they won't have that semi-truck up and going by the time we get ready to cut some soybeans. Now on to the service truck. Got a real minor problem with it, but it's going to take some time to fix. Our ton truck has a 2 fuel tank system, and anyway, it's got probably a 3/8 or maybe ½ inch rubber line going from one fuel tank to the other. Just held on by hose clamps, nothing special. Get the parts in Napa, no problem at all. The only problem is that you got to drop the fuel tank to get to it, and you know, we don't have a lift in our shop. Could I drop the fuel tank and change it myself? Yeah, I could, but it'd probably take me at least a good half day, if not longer. And you know, that's simply a half a day I ain't got right now. So anyway, I called around several places to see if I get it in, get it fixed. Called 2 independent places. One place was at least a week out. The other place, I still haven't heard back on when they can get it in. You know, not surprised in this day and age. Seems like everybody's backed up. I get it. That's not what I'm complaining about. I don't like it, but it is the way of the world now. What I am complaining about is that, you know, I knew it'd be a long shot, but you know, I called the Chevrolet dealership here in town. Been doing business with them for quite a while. And in fact, they had just gotten done working on my service truck back in January to replace the clutch. So anyway, I knew most likely if they could get it in, you know, it'd probably be 2 to 3 weeks, but you know what, if you don't call, you don't get the answer. So called to see about when they might be able to get it in, and their reply was, our truck is a 1997 model. Is it pretty old? Yeah. Is it old enough to be obsolete? I don't think so. I mean, there's still a lot of Chevrolet trucks that vintage running up and down the road. But anyway, their reply on getting it in is, sir, our policy is no longer to work on anything older than year model 2010. So I said to them, so let me get this straight. Y'all just worked on this truck last January, but now you're telling me you won't get it in. Yes, sir, we actually changed that policy right about the time we worked on your truck. So let me get this straight. Y'all are an official Chevrolet dealership and certified repair shop, and your policy is not to work on any Chevrolet vehicles that are older than 12 years old. Sir, that's correct. You want to tell me the reasoning behind that? Because there's lots and lots of vehicles a lot older than 12 years old running up and down the highway. Well, sir, you know, we just get into problems with that, with older vehicles than that. You know, you got corrosion and rust, and they're just a little bit more difficult to work on. So I'm guessing that's why you call your mechanics technicians, because really they're no longer a mechanic, are they? Because that's what it seems like. You know, you hire people to repair vehicles, and you train them on how to read a computer, maybe replace some sensors, but you don't actually train them on how to actually do any mechanical work. I mean, I know what corrosion is. I know it's a pain in the butt when you're dealing with it. You got to work on something. Don't mean that it can't be worked on. I work on stuff that's got corrosion and it's rusty and dirty and hard to get to and a pain in the butt to work on. I deal with that every single day. And you know what? If it was an independent shop that said that, I'd be like, well, fine. I mean, you got your own business. You got the right to choose what cases you take and which ones you reject. You know, what you work on and what you don't want to work on. You got that right. But to me, if you are an official Chevrolet dealership, how does Chevrolet let them get away with that kind of policy of not servicing any of their Chevrolet vehicles that's older than 12 years old? Well, that just flew all over me. And then not only that, they just worked on that exact same truck, what, about 7 months ago? So they can work on it 7 months ago, but they can't work on it now? Woo! I tell you what, I may be 42 years old right now, getting close to 43, I'm about this far away from being a grumpy old man. And now I can understand why grumpy old men are grumpy old men. For just that kind of BS. But anyway, what I just told y'all, I put out on Facebook this morning, and a guy that I'm Facebook friends with, you know, I don't personally know him, but he commented like, hey, I'll come to your shop and do it. I'll do it for what the dealer would do it, and I'll do it in half the time. So he quoted me $350 to do it. I don't have to do it. I can still be out in the field doing my work. He'll get the job done, I hope anyways. So he's supposed to come out tomorrow and get my truck fixed up for me. Hopefully he's as reputable as what he claims, and my truck's fixed, and I pay him that $350, and I got a functioning service truck again. So anyway, that's my good and bad for the day. You know, normally I don't like complaining. That's not the type of person that I am. But with something that egregious, or in my opinion egregious, you might not see it that way, that's fine, but that's kind of the way that I see it. It just flew all over me. You know, we just got to the point in this world, and it started before COVID, but COVID really seemed to bring it out in a lot of people and a lot of businesses where nobody wants to do their damn job anymore. And that just does not sit well with me at all. It does not sit with me with the way that I was brought up. You know, I was brought up, you get the job done, you work hard at it, you don't give excuses, you just do whatever it takes to get the job done. And that's what I practiced all my life. And anybody and any company that is willing to give less than 100% or give excuses or just not do the job, I ain't got no time for you. Because it's that type of mentality that is dragging us down as a society. You know, that and a lot of other things, but that is really dragging us down as a society. So anyway, ran over, get this bush hogging done.
And this is where we had, like, you know, the lovely water come up over everything and wash stuff out. Matt had to do some dirt work, so I've always hated this crossing. It's sketchy as crap anyways. When I tell you the water was up a good 2 feet over this, look at this ditch. Okay, I call this a ditch. I think people around here call it a creek. This is a ditch. It's how I you know, grew up. But he also pushed all those trees in when we had the backhoe, just because we've needed to do that. And yeah. Ooh, there's a snake down there. I'm pretty sure that's a snake. It looks like one. It could be debris, I don't know, but it's down there. So yeah, I always hate crossing this. This is sketchy. Especially with this big girl back here. I haven't had a name for the drill yet, and I'm probably gonna have to get her one because she's big. And I'm gonna get her a good name here. Maybe Gertrude. Something like that. I always like to give my tractors and my my equipment names. I don't know what we're gonna call her yet. So Matt's got this laid out, and I'm just gonna pick up where he left off. I'm gonna listen to some music, maybe an audio book or two, and I got my lunch, and I'm gonna do this right now. Lord Jesus, please, just let's have a good couple of days, please. It's been a week already, and it's Monday, so positivity. All right, go team.
All right, all you John Deere guys out there, I got a problem. See if you can help me out with something that these older John Deere, like these 40 series tractors that they're known for. How do you prevent black hands from the steering wheel? What can you do to the steering wheels to clean them up or keep this from happening? Because it gets a little aggravating. If you got any solutions for me, I'd appreciate if you'd leave it down there in the comments. It'd be greatly appreciated. On the flip side, maybe I need to stir the pot a little bit. I bet those international 86 series guys don't have the problem with black ants. Just kidding, I don't know if they do or not. I just know, I just knew that comment is liable to get a few people fired up there.
Yeah, I filled it up. It's like 100 outside and it's September 19th. It's awesome. We're also planting wheat and cereal rye, which I'm really allergic to, so I forgot I need a long sleeve and a mask to fill this up, so I had to go get a mask, and now my arms are itching like crazy, so that's fun. It's fun, but I'm gonna go get a 11-acre field, and then I'm gonna start on 100 acres after that. So it is after 3 sometime. That's all I know. I've lost GPS signal like 4 or 5 times today, and actually had an error code come up for the auto steer. Never saw that before, so that was fun. And had to turn the tractor on and off like 4 times. So I have a feeling I'm probably gonna lose that again because I'm going to a field that's literally surrounded by trees. Just plugging along. It's really hot outside. I really want to just go jump in the pool. Whew. September in Tennessee.
All right, we've been going hard at it, I mean, all week. I mean, late nights, like 9 to 11:30 at night, but I finally got done bush hogging around all of our cornfields yesterday, so there's a third of our acres already cut, looking good for the landowner, and now we got about 55 acres of cover crops left to drill. Kelly's been going hard at it. Nate's been going hard at it from time to time. I've been going hard at it, and today Carter's going to be going hard at it later on. I've got to go out and make one more tour around some problem areas for pigweeds. So Carter's going to be out here in a little bit, and he can finish planting the last few acres of cover crop, and we'll have this part done. But first, the head on this pin broke, and it's wanting to try to work out, and of course that's going to be a bad deal. So I've known that this area was a problem before harvest even started, and tried to order a new pin and bushings to repair all that, but that stuff is back ordered from John Deere and not available currently. So we're trying to we're going to try and make it by, but pin broke. So what I'm going to do is weld a bolt right there. Not going to be pretty. Hopefully it'll be effective and keep that pin from working out until parts finally get available from John Deere. Alright guys, that ought to do it for this video. Not sure what's going to be next. I don't know if it's going to be cotton defoliating or some soybean harvesting. It's going to be ready to do both about the same time. So anyway, I'll keep y'all guessing. See you in the next one.